Thank you very much for the opportunity to testify on the public safety problems created when local governments adopt policies that obstruct immigration enforcement, commonly known as sanctuary policies. According to an ICE report that I obtained through a FOIA request, as of October 2014, there were 276 such jurisdictions in the United States. Over an 8-month period in 2014, more than 8,100 criminal aliens who were the subject of detainers were instead released back into the streets as a result of these non-cooperation policies. Approximately 2/3 of these individuals already had a serious criminal history as defined by ICE at the time of their release. Nearly 1,900 of them subsequently reoffended just in that 8-month period. Only 28% of them have been reapprehended by ICE. Now, I've just reeled off a lot of statistics that I know sometimes make some people's eyes glaze over, but as someone who also has lost a close family member, my brother, because of a negligent act by a sworn law enforcement officer and also a bad policy, and I should add that the offense that was committed was one that some on this committee would call a minor traffic offense that killed my brother, I have to say that it is really not okay to refer to these tragedies as a little thing, as one member of this committee has. I have a friend, her name is Heather. A few years ago, she was carjacked at knife point and taken to Roger Williams Park in Providence, Rhode Island, and raped repeatedly by an illegal alien who had been in the custody of the Providence Police Department more than once, but was released because of then Mayor Cicilline's sanctuary policies. This was not a little thing. I have other friends, some in this room, who can tell similar stories. And I'm afraid that Congress is about to try to get away with doing just a little thing, just by barring funding from these sanctuary jurisdictions, some funding. And I'm asking you today to not be satisfied with just doing a little thing. This big problem requires you to have the courage to do a bigger thing. You have the language in the Davis-Oliver Act. Please do this for these families who have lost so much. Sanctuary policies do nothing to build trust between immigrant communities and local law enforcement. They do not improve access to law enforcement services for immigrants, nor have they been shown to increase the likelihood that more immigrant crime victims will report crimes. On the contrary, they destroy the trust of the community at large that the laws will be faithfully enforced to preserve the quality of life for all. Despite the widespread public outrage at the San Francisco Sheriff's policies that caused the release of a man who went on to kill Catherine Steinle, it is clear that some jurisdictions will not budge from their criminal alien sanctuary policies. To make matters worse, the Obama administration's new priority enforcement program explicitly allows local jurisdictions to obstruct ICE and also establishes the entire country as a sanctuary for nearly all illegal aliens by further narrowing enforcement priorities and severely restricting the ability of ICE officers to deport removable aliens, including many with criminal records. Therefore, Congress must step in to correct the situation by clarifying in the law that local law enforcement agencies are expected to comply with ICE detainers, establishing that local law enforcement agencies will have qualified immunity when cooperating in good faith, by implementing sanctions for those sanctuary jurisdictions that continue to refuse to cooperate, and by reversing the Obama administration's non-enforcement policies. Thank you very much.